Let's get going with question number 1. This particular category asks you questions about your general knowledge of the game. So let's see what the first question is. Tell me now, or your life will chomp. Frog's name in Bubblegloop Swamp. Flibbits. Yep, knew it! Now this category asks you, you're going to get to see a picture of a world or a character, and you're going to have to identify them. Yeah, visual challenge, stupid bear, to tell me who it is or where. And, okay, see the picture on my screen, do you know where you have been? Gobi's Valley! This is the cactus where you can make an extra honeycomb piece appear there, right in the middle. Gobi's Valley, here we go. Now, up next, we have one more general knowledge question, sorry. Okay, this one. Mansion cellar barrels around. What on the front of them was found? A number? Okay, I was about to freak out about, she was going to ask me which number. I knew it was a number, but if she asked me which, I probably would have no idea. Anyway, this category obviously is about music and sounds. Which character has this dumb voice? Conga is my final answer. Okay. Funky is actually a choice, despite not being in this game. Now I'm going to head over there, because if you answer correctly on such a square, you're going to get 2 Joker cards, which are going to allow you to bypass a question entirely. Okay, this is inside the igloo where Boggy's children are. I believe so, at least. What? Oh, this is inside Wazza's cave. I knew that it was inside Freeze Easy Pete, but I had it partly right. Okay, so now we have another visual challenge. See the picture on my screen. Do you know where you have been? Okay, this is Mumbo's Mountain. This is inside of that termite tower thingy. Anyway, Mumbo's Mountain, here we go. Okay, next up, another general knowledge question. Playing my music is his game. What's the church ghost hand's name? Who is Modzand? Haha! Knew it! It wasn't very difficult to remember. This kind of square actually forces you to revisit a challenge that you've done previously in this game, but with more conditions, like a tighter time limit, or just generally harder or such. I drew the boss boombox battle, which I actually took a lot of damage the first time around, so I might actually resort to some gold feathers in order to not lose too much energy. And get out of the way! Ugh. Oh, come on, he didn't hit me, that was just bullshit. Oh, great. You know what? Screw this. Let's go with the gold feathers. This may look like a waste, and that's probably because it is, but I know that there's going to be a free refill a bit later on, so that's why I'm so liberal when using these gold feathers. Okay, we've done this challenge. At least I didn't get Mr. Vile. That would have been nasty. Anyway, next square. Gruntilda asks you a question about herself. This is why you wanted to talk to Gruntilda whenever you saw her. Before making this video, I actually wrote down every of her secrets on a piece of paper that I have right in front of me. A little more, it wouldn't hurt. What would I have for dessert? I don't have this one! I must have missed one somewhere! Oh, crap! This is not good! Ha! I got it! I got it, and I answered at complete random! Awesome! Okay, on those skull squares, if you miss, you die, and you have to start all over at the beginning. Okay, this is one of these, really easy. This is one of those cattails in Bubblegloop Swamp. Hey, I remembered how those things were called, because I didn't know when I first got there. Bubblegloop Swamp, here we go. Next up, another Gruntilda question. Fat Hag Monthly thinks I'm hot. What did I do on the cover shot? Pose in your long johns! Haha! Yeah, it helps to actually write them down because it also helps, it helps me memorize them. Click clock eagle, if you meet, how many autumn worms will he eat? 10. 25. Just imagine how much time it would have taken to throw each of them individually in his mouth if it was 25. How many carpets in Gobi's Sphinx? I have no idea. I'm gonna guess 5? Once again, getting lucky. Oh, please, not Mr. Vile, not Mr. Vile! Okay, this I can handle, even though I used a ton of golden feathers earlier on. I'm still going to be able to use them here because I believe I only need 4. And, yeah, really, really easy. I guess it would be a little more complicated if I didn't use gold feathers, but that's why they're there, for things like that. Another Gruntilda question. We didn't wash. There was no pool. Where did I go to which school? Fat Hag High! Ta-da! As I said, writing them down really helps remembering them. The box in the hold of Rusty Bay. How many to break would you say? Oh my god. Okay, think. 1. Then it divides into 2, so that's plus 3. Plus 4, 7. Plus 8, 15. Alright. Crisis averted. If I missed it, I would have died. Listen carefully to this tune. Which world is it from, you furry goon? Mad Monster Mansion. Easy peasy. Rusty Monster Bay. Whoops. Okay, now, general knowledge question. In a pyramid, some tiles you match. Who's not included in this batch? Gruntilda. Because I do remember that Mumbo and Jinjo were there. Now, another visual challenge. And this is... Oh, wow, this is actually pretty tough. I think this is Naughty's Bonfire and Click Clock Wood, but I could be wrong. Could be Mad Monster Mansion, too, but it was Click Clock Wood. Oh, another time challenge. Please not Mr. Vile. Please not Mr. Vile. Yes! Okay, the name of your game you must spell backwards, though. Be quick as well. So you have to spell Banjo-Kazooie backwards in 50 seconds! That's not a lot of seconds! E-I-O. Here's another O. And Z is here. A, there's one over there. And the K is right next to the entrance, I believe. Here we go. There's an O here. J. Where can I find a J? Over here. And N is here. There's an A near the entrance. And the B is right there. This was easier than I expected. 14 seconds left. When I saw 50 seconds, I sort of panicked. In Treasure Trove within this game, what is the leaking bucket's name? Leaky. Holy Mr. C. No, it's Leaky. I would like to buy a vowel, please. Yes, this is what I was keeping those jokers for. Now, one last question. Since I also got another joker card, here's 3 answers. One you'll pick. What's my amazing party trick? Oh, who doesn't remember that? To blow balloons up with my butt and victory! I'm just going to use that last Joker card here, and here we go! Grunty's Furnace Fun has been conquered! By the way, a fun thing about this last skull question is that the guy who did the run on Speed Demo's archive didn't know the answer to the question. So he answered randomly, and he actually got it right. That's what he said in the commentary to the video, anyway. So yeah, Grunty, unfortunately, is going to make her escape. I don't know why, because I'm right there! Just go and peck her butt, Kazooie! Do something! Oh, I guess rescuing Tooty from this miserable place is a bit more important. I wonder why Banjo even asked that question. How about that grotty ugly thing? I think we should take Tootie. Listen to that. Or, well, look at it, rather. Read it. That's what I meant. Oh, that is so mean. Okay, so, yeah, I've had enough adventuring for one day. Yeah, I know how you feel. If all this game takes place in the same day, just imagine how I feel going through 9 worlds of doom. Anyway, we're going to be watching the credits right now. Even though the game isn't quite done yet, we still have the final boss left to go. But, yeah, I don't know why they decided to do it that way. Anyway, one thing you might notice is that all of the people mentioned in the credits have, well, I wouldn't exactly say a nickname, but a random, or I don't know if it's random or not, but a character from the game attributed to them. And you'll notice that all the characters that appear on the screen are in order of appearance. So right now we're taking a look around Mumbo's Mountain. You know, even though many of these characters are found in more than one world, they're sorted by their earliest appearance. Something that I wanted to rant on for a while, but I never found the time to, is that I think we can agree that prior to the events of this game, Banjo and Kazooie were total nobodies. And no, Diddy Kong Racing doesn't count, even though I don't really know where it fits in Banjo-Kazooie's continuity. Then again, Mario Party has continuity, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if Diddy Kong Racing had a place somewhere and we just didn't really know it. But I suppose they're not by the same company, so whatever. I'm just rambling on at this point. But Kazooie wasn't even in Diddy Kong Racing anyway. So yeah, the idea that I'm trying to say is that Banjo and Kazooie were total nobodies prior to this game. And yet, we traveled throughout many, many worlds and found many objects with Banjo's and Kazooie's effigy on them. So, yeah, I'm trying to find the reasoning behind this. Is it that, Gruntilda somehow... Oh, fuck you, Mr. Vile. Fuck you. Fuck you so hard. I know I didn't lose at all against him, but trust me when I say it's not always like that. It's sometimes a lot more painful and I have to try multiple times. But, yeah, what I was trying to say was that, did Gruntilda redecorate all those worlds to, have Banjo's and Kazooie's effigy everywhere? And if she did, then why would she do that? I have no idea whatsoever. But then again, maybe I'm just reading too much into this and they just threw in those things, for decoration, such as, for example, on the windows in on the church in Mad Monster Mansion, for example. Maybe it's just, something completely random that has no logical bearing whatsoever, and so that's something that I could buy since it's a non-story driven platformer. So, yeah, this was my little rant about, things that don't really make sense in Banjo-Kazooie, and there really are a lot of them, but it's something that always struck me as a little odd. But as I said, maybe I'm just overthinking everything. So, yeah, I definitely would not like to be that Simon Farmer guy, because if those nicknames are random, then he drew the fucking toilet. I'd feel pretty insulted too. Sorry about that. It's just, when you stop and think about it, it's just silly and pointless, but at the same time, the guy who got named after Lago the toilet, it's just, and speaking of the devil, Ken Lobb, I don't know what this guy does or did, but I definitely remember him for having that piece of crap club named after him in GoldenEye. Remember that? The piece of crap gun that did more noise than it did damage, and you had to use an entire ammo clip of 800 bullets to inflict paper cuts on any of the enemies you find in this game? Yeah, he really drew the short end of the stick here, and in this game too, by having his name brought up by freaking Lago the Toilet!